All right, let's talk about something that's on a lot of people's minds, AI scams. It sounds pretty scary, right? But I promise you, the good news is that keeping your family safe is way, way simpler than you might think. We're going to break it all down into a really clear plan.
So just imagine for a second. The phone rings, you pick it up, and the voice on the other end sounds exactly like your kid, or maybe one of your grandkids. They sound terrified. They're telling you there's been an accident, and they need you to send money, right now. Your heart just drops, right? That instant gut punch of fear? Well, that's exactly what these scammers are banking on.
So, what are we even dealing with here? This is a new kind of scam, one that uses artificial intelligence to perfectly copy the voices of people you love. But look, don't worry. We're going to skip all the confusing tech speak. This is all about understanding the trick in plain English, so you can feel confident, not overwhelmed.
You've probably heard the term deepfake floating around. And what is it really? Well, just think of it as convincing pretend media. An AI basically studies someone's voice or face and learns how to create a copy. It's not magic, it's just a really, really good imitation.
Now, these fakes can pop up in a few different ways. You might see a video where a familiar face is pasted onto someone else's body, or you might hear that cloned voice, which can be created from just a tiny audio clip from social media. The bottom line is, what you see and what you hear isn't always the truth anymore.
So, how in the world are you supposed to fight back against this? Well, here's the relief. You don't have to be some kind of tech wizard. This is all about recognizing a few simple, predictable patterns. Once you know the scammer's script, you basically take away all their power.
And we need to know this script because these scams are causing real harm. According to the National Council on Aging, we're talking about billions of dollars lost to fraud by adults over 60. You know, these criminals aren't just picking names out of a hat. They are specifically going after families and using that bond of love and trust against us.
So, what does this script look like? It almost always, and I mean almost always, has these 3 red flags. Number 1, a crazy sense of urgency. You have to act now. Number 2, they'll push for secrecy. Please don't tell anyone about this. And number 3, they ask for a weird kind of payment, like gift cards or a wire transfer. That combination right there, that's your alarm bell. And listen, it isn't just about those family emergency calls. Even big-shot professionals are getting tricked. The World Economic Forum reported this wild story where a deep-fake video of a CEO was so convincing that it fooled his own staff into wiring away huge amounts of money. It just goes to show how believable this stuff can be.
So here's the most important thing to remember. Your defense isn't about outsmarting the AI. Not at all. It's about recognizing the very human, very predictable pattern behind the scam. Urgency, secrecy, a strange payment request. If you see that pattern, you can stop it in its tracks.
Okay, enough about the problem. Let's build our defense. It is time to talk about the solution, which is your very own family safety plan. This is a super simple, easy-to-remember protocol you can literally set up today to protect everyone you care about.
Here it is. It's just 3 steps. First, you pause. In that moment of panic, you take a breath and ask for a family safe word you've all agreed on beforehand. Just a simple, silly word only you guys know. Second, you verify. You hang up and you call that person back on the number you already have saved for them in your phone. And third, you freeze. You make a family rule, no money ever gets sent for at least 30 minutes, no matter what. This gives you time for your logical brain to catch up to your emotional one.
And let's be really clear about this. Your best defense is not some expensive, complicated piece of software. It's a short checklist and a simple family rule that everybody's on board with. This is all about building a good habit, not buying some fancy gadget.
Now, if you want to make that plan even stronger, we can add a couple of layers of armor. And the best part is, these are 2 simple settings you can change on your phone in like the next 10 minutes.
Okay, first, call your mobile phone company and add a PIN to your account. This is a huge deal because it stops a scam called a SIM swap, where a thief literally steals your phone number to get security codes from your bank. This is like putting a deadbolt on your digital front door. Second, log into your bank's website and turn on alerts for large transfers or for when new payees are added. This way, you get an immediate heads up if anything fishy is going on. These 2 little changes make you a much, much harder target.
So let's just pull it all together. What do we learn? Scammers need to rush you. They need to get you to make a secret decision in a panic. But a simple safe word and calling back on a number you trust, that completely shatters their whole script. And at the end of the day, it's those small habits and simple settings that are going to give you the best protection and, honestly, peace of mind.
So there you have it.
You now have the tools and a clear, simple plan to keep your family safe. Real confidence doesn't come from being a technology expert, it just comes from being prepared. Thanks so much for joining me for this. If you want to dive in a little deeper, you can always learn more at radiosimplei.com.